Hi, Happy New Year, everybody. It's the new year and it's going full force already. Um, Thank you so much for showing up today. I know it's a different time. I may be experimenting with different times now that I'm on my new schedule, which is going super well. And so I do want to go into the topic for today, which is when you are in your weeds, as I like to call it, and how you can pull out of those weeds. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. Uh, but before we get to that, please go to my homepage on secondhalftransitions.com and fill out the form, and I'll send you my free download, my pamphlet, How I Found My Inspiration, and how you can find yours in 3 steps. Also, if you've missed any of my videos, you can catch them on the Inspiration Station page. And I have tons of videos now and blog stories, and they just keep adding. So you might find a topic there that's relevant to you. So today, the weeds, the weeds, the weeds. I've been in my weeds, and first of all, just backing up about the term weeds, I thought I made it up. I had no idea that it had already existed because I've always called it that, and I'll explain what my version of my weeds are. But I looked it up and I thought, oh, that's totally an expression, and I had no idea. It said that it's when somebody is too busy, you are not able to get to a task. So that is kind of my weeds, but I think I go a little bit further with that. So I've just been in my weeds, which is just lethargy, no energy, no ambition, no drive, and it's making me crazy. I don't know why this is happening. Um, on a brighter note, I really feel like finally the year is getting underway and I'm getting back to what I was doing before, because I don't have time to waste to not do the things that I need to do in order to complete my goals. So part of me is just not doing them and feeling sorry for myself. On the other hand, I'm getting really pissed off at myself for being that way. It's like, you don't have time to do this, but I just really had a hard time getting it out of it, I should say. Um, I don't know. I thought, well, maybe it's just seasonal affective disorder. I thought, well, that's ridiculous. You're not allowed to be happy between November and April. Like, that's just ridiculous too. So another thing that happens when you're in your weeds and my weeds is the gremlin is coming on full force. It's telling you you're a piece of crap. You don't deserve anything. Why should you even bother having ambitions and goals and drives? And so you are under so much stress, you don't need the additional stress of your gremlin screaming at you. So if you are able to compartmentalize that and get rid of that, that could help a little bit. And so that's exactly what I've done. I've gotten rid of my gremlin, and so that's freed me up to have a little bit more space to get back to where I was and out of my weeds. Um, so if that's my thing. I'm just, I'm curious about how you guys are with your weeds, or whatever you call them. I'd be so interested to know what you do. Please contact me. I would love to know, because you just learn from everybody else you talk to. And so that would just be a great thing. So please write to me and let me know what you do. In the meantime, I do have a few ideas of what you can do to get out of your weeds and get you back on track with energy and focus and drive. Um, the main thing is, like, when you're in the state, you are just so heavily in your head. You're just self-reflecting and feeling sorry for yourself. Like I said before, you're just in your head. So the whole point of this is to get out of your head. Just take a step away. So my first step, how to do that, is I know that when I was in my ways, I didn't really feel like talking to too many people. I just I didn't really feel like wanting to reach out. But if you push yourself to reach out to a friend or somebody they could be a good shoulder to cry on or talk to or vent or complain, or they could give you advice. So, reach out to someone um, or take a walk outside and talk to a neighbor, and even better yet, a stranger. Strangers, when you talk to somebody you don't know, you find yourself out of yourself and listening to them and hearing their story and wanting to share your story. And so that's an amazing way to get a new opportunity going, to meet somebody new. You never know. Everything's an opportunity, and you don't know what you're going to get from people that you talk to, new people that you talk to. And it's a way to get out of yourself. So those are all sorts of things you can do. Talk to someone you know, talk to a neighbor, talk to a stranger. Just talk. Talking helps. Like now, I'm babbling, and I feel great. All right, well, step number 2, volunteer. Because when you volunteer, you are innately helping somebody else, and somebody else is benefiting from what you are doing. So naturally, that makes you feel really great about yourself. So it's a win-win for all. They benefit from what you're doing, and you feel really great about what you're doing. So that's a great way to step outside yourself. Oh, number 3, yes, you tune into your senses. So I've been saying all along, get out of yourself, but this is a way to get in touch with your feelings inside yourself, aside from the depression or the blues or whatever you're feeling. You're concentrating on something else, but you're also paying attention to what you're feeling and what you're sensing. So, what you taste or smell or hear, listen to great music. I I just keep laughing at this incident of mine. Just a real quick sidebar story of what happened to me when I tasted something. I thought I would die, in a good way. So one summer I was opening up a mango, and mangoes are great, but this one in particular, I tried it, wasn't thinking twice about it. It's like, wow, this is really good. And suddenly I just started to focus like, wow, this is really good. And I was laughing at myself because I was getting really into it. And that was getting out of my head and into my senses. And that was just a really enjoyable moment. So yes, food can always do that when it's good. So lastly, yes, take a look at what are you doing when you're feeling stuck. You're probably not feeling depressed or low all day, but when you're aware that this is happening, what are you doing? What activity are you doing where you're aware that you're depressed? Are you on the phone, playing with your phone games, computer? Is this electronically related, or not? It could be anything. So be aware of what is triggering the mood and try to get out of that. And so that will help you to get out of your head. So again, I want to hear from you guys as to what you do to get out of your weeds. And so that will conclude this topic today. So I'm really excited to be back. I really love this. I love talking to you, and I hope that you enjoy it. And if you are having trouble getting out of your weeds, please give me a call and we can set up something. Go to my website on the Work With Me page, and I'll get in touch with you. Thank you so much for showing up, and I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.